This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number 1. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 30th day of April, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. My name is Chris Hockey, and hey, happy Wednesday to you. I know you stayed up late, and they still lost in overtime, and that sucked. Drag your foot. But anyway, the Wild's still alive, and they're coming back home. It ain't over, Johnny. It ain't over yet. And we got the Wolves tonight, and we got a great-looking football season ahead. Even JJ talked to the press yesterday, our new quarterback. So lots to get to. Power Trip Morning Show on Wednesday. It means no Mark Parrish, I don't think. I think he's gone both days this week. Pretty sure about that. Hell, I never know what's going on, but I do know we got the Power Trip. We're ready to roll. Let's get her done. Here's Nate Bargatze, comedy on a Wednesday morning. Come on in. I am glad you are here.
And wives are the ones that keep it together the longest in a relationship. If you see an old married couple, like they're 80, the wife is just, she's with it, and her husband's like, where are we at right now? Like our brains fall off a cliff, dude. Like she's the only reason he's out because she's like, you better get out and let people see you a little bit. It's like some zookeeper walking some old gorilla around. Let the kids touch you. Everybody's trying to feed him. Don't feed him now. Well, I think he wants it. He definitely wants it. He's too dumb to know he can't have it.
I tracked her down.
The finish line is waiting.
Okay, thank you. I'll have another.
Is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Yeah, 3-2 the wrong way in overtime. The Vegas Golden Knights take a 3-2 series lead over the Minnesota Wild. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. Yeah, how about the range of emotions from thinking we have it,
Drag your foot,
to thinking we don't have it. Oh, are they going to wipe it away? Are they going to say that he kicked it? And then they say, no, he didn't kick it. The goal's good. And then they challenge it. And Nyquist is offside. Son of a bitch.
Your foot. Where are you? Positional, situational body awareness.
Yeah, hockey on hockey.
Horrible. Where are you at?
Drag your foot, man.
Yeah.
And it's 3-2 heading to St. Paul.
Clean your face.
Instead, it's the other way. How about even the coach of Vegas going, I mean, could we score in the final minute? Maybe, but that was probably the game. Just admit it. It's pretty tough to score in the final minute. So that would have been the game-clinching goal, overwhelmingly likely for the Wild, but it goes the wrong way, gets wiped away.
And it's true. He
Score
was
remains at 2.
Yeah, he
He's
was.
over the line.
Yeah.
Over the line.
And then something called
Market 0.
Brett Howden scores in overtime for the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Wild are down 3-2 in the series. Game 6 tomorrow night in St. Paul, starting at 6:30 right here on the Fan.
Well, that's a perfect time. 6:30 is a great time, not 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, you mean like the 9 o'clock game tonight?
Ugh. Yeah, I'll be asleep
I'm
by the
sick
time
of
that
it.
starts. Well, that'll be, they'll win that one, so it'll be over.
You're not going to watch 1 second of the Wolves game tonight?
I mean, I don't know. I'm too tired from watching all the Wild last
Are you
night.
alone?
No, I'm not alone. No.
Did you stay up to the end?
No, I did not.
Oh, what time did you go to bed?
7:45.
So before the game started?
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
I was tired.
7:45.
Maybe 8:15. Yeah, probably 8:15.
Well, that changes the story greatly.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought
So still before the game?
Still before the game, yeah.
He felt sorry for me.
But
Yeah, I feel sorry for the
it all
Wild.
covered.
Yeah, I got it covered.
Yeah.
There's things that are, like windows, and then there are things that are like blankets. I'm more like a blanket.
Yeah.
Help me stop caring about sports, so I can be happy
And sad.
and sad too.
I think Sauce kind of nailed it. If you don't want to be sad about sports, just go to bed before the game starts. All these games are super late, like tonight. Are you worried about the Wolves and Lakers? Well, then go to bed at 8:55.
You know what? I tell you what, it's a good thinking.
Yeah. Do what I did. Roll over at 3:30. Check
over,
to
buddy.
see if you've slept through your alarm. Look at the score. Oh, well, that sucks. They lost. I didn't want that. And then go back to bed.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do tonight with the Wolves game.
Really?
Well, how are you going to break it down tomorrow?
Wolves guy. Aren't you a Wolves guy?
Yeah, aren't you a Wolves guy?
I mean, here's the thing.
My squad.
I am. I've watched a lot of them. 9 o'clock is way too late. I'll try and stay up as late as I possibly can. I'll stay up past 8:15 tonight.
Yeah, but if you're not going to stay up till 9, then what's the difference? Go to bed.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to watch the first 5 minutes of the game, we don't need your analysis on the Wolves.
Yeah, are you thinking like you'll watch the first 5 minutes, and if you like that, then you'll watch the first 10 minutes, and if you like that, you'll watch the first 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's basically how it went.
I see.
The last time they played in LA.
Do you get it, Corey? Do you see what he's saying?
So he's a bandwagon fan, is what you're saying.
Avi, we all are.
Yes, correct. We all
are.
Like last time they played in LA, I was all set up to watch. I was excited to watch.
Were you?
Then they went down like 25 in the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, that's enough. I'm moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep is more important.
You guys realize today's the last day of April?
Yeah, man. It's almost football
This
season.
month and this year, absolutely flying by.
I have a 4-month-old today.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Today's your day. There are many like it, but this one is yours.
Yep. It's like 2 seconds ago.
There's more than
He
that.
was born.
You
It
just
was
said
4 months ago, dude.
are you
good
okay,
point.
buddy?
No,
You understand the difference?
Roll over, little buddy.
Yeah, roll over, buddy. Roll over.
I
Pull
believe
out
you are
those
correct.
slabs.
No Parrish today. I believe no Carly today.
look at
Zach will check in from Vegas because I think his flight's
He's a
later this
lumberjack,
afternoon.
baby.
I'm sure he's thrilled.
Zach will get it. He's a lumberjack.
That's,
Zach will.
oh, Jackal. Yeah, that song Wales.
There's some wailing. No, he's right. He's
yeah.
right, Corey. Just let it happen.
It's pretty good.
Roll over, buddy.
So, yeah, not sure exactly when Zach is checking in. He texted me yesterday about what time he thought he would, but I already forgot what he said.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't text me, so I'm not going to know. So screw him.
Didn't say
He didn't
anything
text
to
me. You know what? I want his dad to text me. What do you think of that?
What do you want his dad to text you?
I want him to tell me why that guy didn't drag his foot.
Yeah, why didn't the guy drag
Your foot, man. Don't you know hockey? You're not allowed to be over that damn line.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't know anything about hockey, and I know you're not allowed to be over that damn line.
Same.
I want Tyrese Haliburton's dad to text me.
How about that?
How about that? What an idiot. Did you guys see that?
I don't know who the hell you're talking
So
about.
Tyrese
Does he
Haliburton
own
plays
like
for the
a-
Pacers.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
you're thinking
he's
of the other Haliburton.
He's a basketball player.
There's something about feeding the troops.
Yeah, and he basically got face to face with Giannis.
Oh, really?
Like it
Yeah.
looked like a boxing promotional
Yes.
weigh-in.
What hit him?
They were gonna go at it,
Oh,
Yes,
you
they
should've hit him.
were.
and I don't think Tyrese Haliburton's thrilled that his dad was acting stupid.
Is his dad old balls? Or is he kind of young?
No, I mean
virile?
relatively old.
Yeah.
Is he virile and young like Sauce or old balls like me?
You're not old balls.
A little
yet.
of column A, little of column B.
Do you think
Yeah.
that other guy could have punched him in his head?
Oh, I think
Well, yeah,
Giannis
Giannis
could have
is
destroyed him.
2 feet taller.
I did like how Giannis got extremely aggressive, but then never even remotely threatened to actually do it. Just
Yeah.
basically wanted him to know I could destroy you
Yeah.
if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
That was a weird moment.
It sure was.
You know, and I respect bad losing because, like, they didn't want to leave and then they were, like, going to fight and then, like, people, like, had to be kind of escorted off the court. I respect that.
Yeah, you respect sore losers.
Losing sucks.
Yeah, but sore losers specifically, you're a big fan of them.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I sincerely apologize to Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Pacers organization, and NASA for my actions following tonight's game. This is not a good reflection on our sport or my son. I will not make that mistake again. You could take that ass to the bank.
Oh, he didn't say that.
Weird bunch of things to say.
Yeah.
I'm watching it happen here. I'm trying to find it. Let me see.
They look like they're about to kiss. That's how close their faces are.
Yeah, they almost smooched.
No, that would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, how great would the moment?
That would have been the story.
It would have been honestly would have been the absolute A topic that the Pacers knock out the Bucks. Giannis and Tyrese Haliburton's dad looked like they were going to go complete fisticuffs and just go haymaker after haymaker. But then Haliburton leaned in and kissed him. Yeah, and they made out for 7 straight minutes.
Is that the little man holding the towel of the player? That is is that the dad? No, I don't know what you
towel. I don't remember if he was holding something. Now I'm.
What if the headline
not picturing that?
Giannis and Haliburton's dad almost fight, and now they're engaged to be married.
Yeah,
that would be insanity.
It'd be awesome.
It would be a much cooler story than this one is.
Yeah, because this was a non-fight.
Yeah,
it just looked like they were going to.
If you're going to fight, right, Hawk?
What if who's the player?
Giannis.
What
the Greek
if Giannis hits John so hard that you physically see his soul leave his body?
Man.
I've been hit that hard. There's a moment where your soul has to scramble back in.
Did the dad hit you that hard?
Nah, he was a big P word. I almost called him I did.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah. No.
The
I'm still
dad.
pissed about that.
Yeah, you are pissed about that.
Wouldn't you be pissed?
Remember when you fought a dad?
Yeah, well.
Listen, tell the whole story.
You were sad about your lady friend leaving you, so you drove around town looking for her.
And I happened to find her car.
Then you happened to find her car at Dewey's house. Was that the guy's name?
No, why in the hell do you think his name was Dewey?
I don't know, it sounds like somebody
David Arquette's character from Scream.
It sounds like somebody you grew up with. You grew up with a Dewey, right?
No.
And then you walked up, you rang the doorbell, you were looking for Edie or whatever her name was.
Evie,
my God, you're terrible at talking.
God. Even if you were writing this story, I wouldn't read it.
And then
Dewey's dad, it'd be misspelled and the grammar would be terrible.
I don't know how to spell Edie. And then Dewey's dad came out and said, "Get out of here." And you said, "But I love her." And then he knocked you out.
None of that is exactly right.
It's close.
No, it's not true. Do you want me to tell you the story or not?
Yes.
Corey, do you want to hear it or is it worth it?
Sure, yeah. I want to see how far off he was.
Her name is Evie.
Yeah.
I don't remember the gentleman's name.
It wasn't Dewey?
No, it wasn't Dewey. The only person I think I've ever known named Dewey was Dewey Cox from that one movie.
Yeah, Walk Hard with John C. Reilly.
Great film. I love
Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, that's it. I love how his drug addiction gets worse and worse, and the guy from Saturday Night Live basically is his gateway drug.
The Tim Meadows?
Yeah, Tim Meadows. Hilarious. Yeah. You don't want anything to do this, man. That's funny. Anyway, I happened to drive by the right house. There was her car. I walk up. I knock on the door. I'm crying. I was crying. I was very sad. She broke my heart again, right? So she opens the door and says, "Chris, you got to get out of here." And I said, "I just want to talk to you. We just need this to be over with. You got to stop. You just need to leave." And then out of nowhere, through the screen door, the kid jumps, Superman punches me in the face. But he did get a good shot on me, but I also got a hold of the back of his head as he was falling, and I rammed his head into the bumper of the car that was sitting right there. I don't know whose car it was. And so once you ram somebody's head into a bumper, that really disassociates them from the world. And then I rammed his head into it a couple of more times, and then his dad came out and punched me in the jaw. Told me they were calling the cops.
Which makes sense because you're slamming the kid's head into a car.
Yeah, for sure. If I had it coming. I'm not saying I didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I'm a dad and I'm like, all right, look, this is going the wrong way for my daughter and her now ex-boyfriend, but I'm going to stay out of this. Well, but then the kid starts slamming my son's face into a car.
Yeah.
I would probably have a problem with it.
He was a little rat bastard anyway.
Yeah.
He was.
Rat bastard, such a fun phrase.
That is a good
He was just a
term.
ratty looking guy. I don't know what she saw.
The
in him.
dad?
He just had, the kid.
Oh, the other
He
kid.
just had a huge dong.
Okay, so that wasn't the brother. Hang on, that was the. Hang on, maybe I misheard.
Was the brother coming?
So there was no brother.
No, what? Are you doing a bit? No.
This is the other kid. This is the new boyfriend?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he was a boyfriend or not. They were getting it on.
Got it.
They were hammering.
Okay, then I misunderstood the story. I thought he was defending his own son.
Yeah, the dad was defending his son.
I'm so confused. So none of this had to do with Evie, though. This is not Evie's dad.
Evie was there. No, Evie was at the other guy's house.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay, this is not Evie's dad. This is the boy's dad.
No, Evie's dad.
Got it.
Evie's dad would have killed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a big
giant of a man.
Oh yeah, he hated my guts.
Evie's dad would have probably had to beat up every guy in town, though. It sounds like.
And her mom might have beat something else to every guy in town. It's a weird place to grow up. There's a lot of sex going on.
Do you know who's not confused by this story?
Yeah,
Gutter
Helmet.
My friends at Gutter Helmet.
Yeah, they don't want to have anything to do with the story.
MN.com. Never clean your gutters again. Gutter Helmet. MN.com.
I tell you who wished he had a helmet was Dewey. Because I was slamming his forehead into the hood of into the bumper of a car. Yeah. I don't know if that guy's still alive or not. He might have died that night. I have no idea. I'd probably be in jail if he did, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
that's a great point. What if, times were different. What if you murdered a man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he would have loved it because he probably would have gotten Evie back.
How would your life be different if you found out that 3 days later he died due to his injuries and they just, I don't know, it's Indiana. They just didn't report it because they're like, well, it can't be from the bumper thing.
And
that was 3 days ago.
Because he was a rat.
Right, he was a rat bastard.
Yeah.
Would your life be different if you found out that he did die from those injuries?
It's not that I hold a grudge, but I'd be glad.
Wow. Brilliant. Brilliant response.
Screw that guy.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Fan.
Tech.
Well, you probably stayed up, but if you didn't, they lost. It was Sauce's fault.
Overtime again.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Dumb it straight to a head. I don't know why nobody tells me where the highlights are in these games. What was last night? Game 5, right?
Game 5.
I don't have any highlights. I got Game 4 highlights.
Maybe people don't cut up highlights anymore.
God.
That used to be the main job of most interns or part-timers here is
There might not have been anybody here to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that might not even exist anymore. But I remember plenty of times that was my job, right? Sauce, I'm sure you did it too.
Oh yeah.
You're in the studio to watch a game. You cut up the highlights, and then even more importantly, the cut sheet in the morning, right? You had to leave it for everybody. And not only did I have to put it in like Chris's mailbox, I would put it in the producer of every show's mailbox so they knew exactly, here's the 12 highlights, here's the 7 post-game sound bites, here's the 20 things you can play on your show tomorrow. We did that every single day.
There used to
every
be
day.
a template on either that computer or the computer in this room behind me that you would it would be what the highlight is, the cut number, and then you'd print 8 copies and you'd leave it
not
there.
Not hard work, but just something that somebody had to do it every day.
Yeah.
And when you got to work, it's where's the Twins cut sheet?
Yeah.
What? Where am I going to know where Well, we'll find them.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything, but here's something.
I don't think anybody cut
2021.
Spurgeon goes to the left corner, plays it back behind the Vegas net. The centering pass in front. Kaprizov shoots and scores.
Oh, yes.
Kaprizov on a power play for Minnesota, and the Wild have tied the hockey game again. 2-2.
All right, so if you missed that game, that was 4 years ago. If you overslept.
That was Game 7 of 2021.
Game 7 of 2021.
There you go. Congratulations to Zeev Buim.
Yep.
Wait, Zeev scored?
No, he was 15 at the time. He just loved that game.
But he had a good time that night.
Yeah.
He had a pizza party at the skating rink.
Yep.
Oh, he did?
Man,
Yeah, he
roller
sure did.
skating rinks.
Let me tell
the
you about
best.
pizza parties, too.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah. Pizza parties were great. Loved pizza parties.
You can
Shocking.
Shocking. Yeah, you can tell. I've always been fat.
No.
I mean, maybe not at birth.
No, there was a time you weren't. I watched some. Howdy Doody Hockey Doody the other day, and you weren't fat then. Well, no.
Yeah, I was fat then.
What'd you weigh when you were born?
7'11", I think.
All right.
Yeah, it's because you were born at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, because I wanted free food.
Because you were you'd been better if you'd been a big gulp. That's what your dad said.
Oh my God.
More worth to him.
Great line. Here's
Heinz on Gustafsson getting sick.
What? Who's that?
He's a character from
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah, no, it was just something came up during the game.
Oh.
Yeah, just kind of miraculously was gone after the second period.
Yeah.
It's like Fleury's in there. And we're like, what the hell is going on here? It's only 2-1. It's not 7-1. And then they said due to illness.
Due-due illness.
Well, that might be exactly what it is, I wonder.
Yeah,
what end was it shooting out of if you leave a playoff game when you're only down 2-1? Ugh. Maybe both.
Yeah.
It must have been bad, though.
What if it was both ends?
But he didn't say much. He doesn't seem happy.
Yeah, no, it was just something came up during the game.
Ugh.
Yeah, maybe he had an erection that wouldn't go away.
Yeah, maybe took too much Blue Chew chewables.
Maybe he accidentally took a drink of Parrish's drink, and Parrish likes to drink the liquid Viagra.
Does he really?
Hey, what's that thing at Cosmo that Tommy likes? That drink?
The Verbena, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he had some of those during the second intermission and just got completely tore up from the floor
maybe,
up. I haven't done that.
Maybe.
I've not had one of
maybe
those.
somebody roofied him.
Yeah.
Hey, until somebody gives us an answer, we're just going to keep guessing.
Let's guess more. What else could happen, Sauce?
I mean,
is it okay if I do that, Corey? That's your bit, but I'm doing it. Is that okay?
No, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I just like putting Sauce on the spot. I don't care who does it.
I mean, he may have had the wrong buffet food, and now he has the green apple quick step.
See, I get offended when he doesn't do something right. Do you?
Always.
Yes, I mean.
What did I not do right? You asked me what happened. I told you he may have gotten food poisoning.
First of all, my name's not Maya. It's Maya.
Butt reeks. He might have, maybe, gone to the Excalibur, thought, I've heard a lot about this place, eaten food there, immediately gotten sick, tried to play the game, and just couldn't stop pooping.
It would be the greatest story in the history of the Power Trip Morning Show if we found out that Gustafsson was the only one who stayed at Excalibur and the rest of the team stayed at the Waldorf or wherever they stayed.
And now he has horrible scabies.
Right. He stayed at Excalibur and he got so sick after 2 periods he had to check out of the game.
Yeah.
And then he went back to the Excalibur, and because he's a professional athlete, was the healthiest person there.
Yeah.
Even though he was projectile vomiting and shooting out of his 2-hole.
Correct.
But they're like, well, I mean, look around. Compared to everybody else, you're actually doing pretty well.
But he listens to the show and he hears Hawk rave about it, so he wanted to check it out.
And it cost us a game.
Yeah.
And even though it cost us a game, he said Hawk was right.
Yeah.
This place is badass. I stepped in horse manure.
Yeah. He had badass.
Yeah, because once in a while they have a night or two go through the casino. So
And
once in a while they crap on the floor and they don't clean it up right away.
You have to have a horse on a night on a horse every now and again.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to get rowed.
Yeah.
And if people are getting rowdy, you got to have a horse.
Yeah.
You know, but like a horse in a parade has one of those like horse bucket diaper things to catch it. Or you got to have a team. You got to have a team that follows the parade.
Yeah.
You can't just ride a horse through Excalibur.
Save a horse.
And this is, you can fact check this. This is true. 92.1% of the time, the horse in Excalibur is just a random customer of the casino that just brings a horse in. It's not even a part of the show.
That's true.
But they don't even stop him at the door.
They don't care.
Yeah, he's right about
They
that.
take all the money they can.
They're so excited that somebody actually wants to go in there. They're like, you can bring your horse. We don't care. Just clean up after it.
Yeah.
Horse bucket diaper is Dwight's AOL screen name.
Ride a cowboy.
Yuck.
Save a horse.
Do you still get free room offers there?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
I'm a high roller, bitch.
Yeah,
Everybody
you are.
does.
Yeah.
It's bait. It's a
Do you
trap.
I got the one last night from, is it Laughlin?
Yeah, man.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, you're old now.
Yeah.
Yeah, would Sauce still be? I haven't been to Laughlin. My parents used to go. Is it? Would Sauce be the youngest person in Laughlin?
No, there are people who work there in the strip clubs that are younger than him.
Wow.
Barely.
Yeah.
And and women with smaller boobs.
Yeah, well, that happens in a lot of rooms.
That was the weirdest part about the conversation yesterday. We were talking about just one of the guys, and you were talking about if Sauce just ripped open his shirt and he just was completely...
Rocked up?
Yeah, rocked up. How excited you would be and how quickly you would start dating him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we sure that would even define him as a female? Like, what if he just has a man rack?
Yeah, I do have a man rack.
It's okay. That's
well, then you can technically date him now.
Yeah,
it's
you'd
more
knock
bubble
him
for the
around.
trouble.
You'd knock him around.
Sure, I would.
Yeah.
I would just, for now anyway, I'm going to avoid your ding dong.
Yeah,
for now.
For sure, but I'm not closing doors on things, Corey. I got an open mind.
All right, so just
correct.
So Sauce, if it's cool with you from now, for the foreseeable future,
Yeah.
he's going to stay top up.
Yeah, top up. That's
You know what?
fine.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'll take the top half. Kel keeps the bottom half.
Sure.
She prefers the top half, I think, as well.
No.
Can
What are
you
you
guys
trying to
share the
say?
top half?
What are you trying to say?
She doesn't mind my bottom
Is
half.
she a motorboat son of a bitch?
I think she tolerates your bottom half.
She doesn't mind my bottom half.
I think
Does
she tolerates
motorboat
it.
you?
No, she's never motorboated me.
I bet she wants to secretly.
Because of my massive man jugs?
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty huge.
Here's Hartman, and he is
Chad?
not. Nope. If I knew his first name, I would have said it. Here's Hartman, and he is not blaming NyQuil.
I mean, it's offsides. It happens 50 times a game. Just happened to be, it was on a goal. There's, like I said, if you feel bad about it, we still got a game to go win at home. I don't think there's any hard feelings you should be down about. Like I said, it's offsides. That thing happens throughout the game.
He's right. I feel better now. He's right, because that does happen a lot. I'm always like, why'd you blow the whistle? Let him play. And they're like, he's offsides. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Right, whatever, man. Just let him play.
Just let him play. Yeah, there's nothing else to think about other than Game 6, right, Hartman?
That's all it is. Thanks. We go home and play one hockey game at our home ice and get a win. I mean, there's nothing else to look at. There's nothing else to look forward to. Just one game.
Boy, there's nothing else to look forward to.
Wow.
Boy, that's sad. Hey, what if we beat their asses so badly that they call off Game 7?
That'd be great.
They throw the damn towel.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What if we beat them by 72 goals and we only played 2 quarters and they decide that's enough?
Is it possible that Vegas has such a home ice advantage because they aren't required to stay at Excalibur?
Yeah, that's a good point.
How about Vegas has won 41 consecutive playoff games when they score 3 or more goals.
Jeez.
That's a stat.
That is a stat. Now, normally, if you score 3+ goals, you're probably doing pretty well. But this is the playoffs. 41 straight. And how about this? They've only been around for 8 seasons. That's already Vegas's 100th playoff game. Isn't that crazy? Jeez. Talk about coming right out of the gates and just dominating. Obviously, they've won a cup already. I was at the victory parade.
Yeah.
You sure were. You're a big fan.
So, what
have
is
they
4
made
rounds?
the playoffs every year?
It's got to be most of the 8. Maybe they missed it 1 or 2. I don't know. Let's check. But 100 playoff games already for a team that's 8 years old. Vegas Golden Knights. It's unbelievable how much faster I typed than you.
I'm already there.
Oh, he just thought it.
I don't have to type it. I think it.
You were mad at him for a minute.
Me?
Yeah, I could hear it in your voice.
13 wins in their first run, but that's even for 13 wins. So they must have played, 20 plus in the first season already. So yeah, 100 games, 100 playoff games, and they've only been around since 2018. 17/18.
Can I tell you guys a true story? True
Yeah,
statement?
of course, Dave.
Something I'm pretty sure is true. If I were Zach and I was in Vegas like he is right now, I'm almost positive I would not have gone to bed last night. I might have just stayed up gambling all night.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But also could have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, could have been sweet.
Yeah, but flip it, right? Does Zach really care about Wolves, Lakers? So
Does he really care about Wild?
He could have stayed up all night.
Yeah.
Checked in briefly on this show and then caught his flight here in a couple of hours. And then when he lands in the cities, or slept the whole flight home, but then when he lands in the cities, you take a nap and then get up and do the power trip on Thursday. Who cares?
Yeah, hammer yourself.
Who am I fooling? I probably would have found a plane home last night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I probably would have left during the second period.
Yeah.
Oh. Gustafson did.
Oh.
Wow. Well,
did he catch a flight home?
Maybe.
He had hot food at Excalibur. That'll do that to you.
Well, you don't want to eat cold food there. I'll tell you that for sure.
Point.
Man, you know what sucks? They were talking about it during the broadcast. Anthony LaPanta and Ryan Carter, even though they didn't put their names up on the screen for you, Chris.
Pisses me off.
Pisses me right off.
You know, how many awesome moments did Marc-Andre Fleury have this moment or this year? Like where he had a moment against his former squads or his hometown team, right? Shutouts and dramatic wins. Seemed like every time he needed a big moment with a historic matchup or his final matchup, he delivered.
Yeah.
And then last night, they kind of set him up for failure. They were like, the Vegas fans really love him because he played here, but I don't know if they're going to be huge fans if Flower holds on and wins this. And he didn't. He gave up the game-winning goal in overtime, but that was from about 5 feet away. I mean, I don't know what you can do from that close of range, but whatever. Kind of a defensive breakdown more than the fault of a goalie. But I don't know hockey, so maybe I'm wrong.
But I'll tell you one thing. John Haliburton got in his face after the game.
Oh,
he did.
Wait,
he got in Fleury's face.
He flew from Indiana to Vegas?
He did.
To fight?
He did, just to fight.
Man, people in Indiana like to fight.
They sure do.
Yeah.
They sure do. They're bored.
Yeah. Well, don't steal their women.
Sometimes you wake up in the morning, the only reason you get up is to get your knuckles bloody.
God, you love fighting.
I do not.
You did?
No, but I wasn't any good at it. But sometimes you got to lose a fight.
Yeah.
Just to remind yourself that you ain't such a badass.
Yeah.
It's good for you, man.
Yeah.
What's better for you, fighting or crying?
What if you're doing both at the same time?
Right, or one immediately after the other.
Yeah, normally they happened at the same time for me.
Just tears and fists
so
both flying.
Angry that you start crying for no reason. Your eyes are leaking, and you're like, and the person you're fighting gets kind of freaked out because they're like, "Why are you crying?"
I haven't even hit you yet.
And while they're confused, you hit them in the throat.
Oh, throat punch him.
Oh yeah, the fight's over.
Fight's over if a throat punch.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Front page sports after this. Power Trip Morning Show fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
It's gonna be 55. That's what Sauce said.
55.
It's gonna be warmer than that, I'm pretty sure. He just threw a number out because he was on the spot.
Correct, 67.
Or 67. Yeah, high of 67.
Mount. What song does this sound like? Mount. I don't know. It sounds a little like that one song from that one band with the dog.
Sublime.
Yeah.
Lou Dog.
Yeah, but it sounds like that one song about the date.
Oh.
Similar guitar sound for sure.
Come on, man. Drag your foot. Sauce.
Yeah.
Whip it out. Whip out those big old rack of yours.
All right. Now?
Yeah.
Let's do front page sports.
Shave your breast.
It is presented by our friends at
Time now
Holiday.
for Front Page Sports. Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores for a limited time. 3 monsters for just $7. Buy 3, get 3 for $7. There's no buy 3, get 3. You just get 3.
My God.
Mix and match any flavors you want of a monster at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday.
Corey?
Yes, sir.
Could you do me a favor? Mm-hmm. Go to CNN.com immediately, if not sooner.
CNN.com. Go on.
Now, scroll down to where it says video. Okay?
Scroll down to where it says video.
Yeah. See, there's 4 videos.
Yep.
Okay, second picture over. Tell me that's not the gremlin lady.
Boy. Yeah, okay.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, wow.
Does that not look like gremlin lady?
Yeah. Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
That's an unflattering picture. That person doesn't look anything like that. But
that's Beyonce's grandmother.
Yeah. Does that not look like even the hair? It's exactly what they modeled Gremlin Lady after.
Paul, your hand is up.
Beyonce's grandma.
Oh, I'd be honored.
1,000,000,000%.
I would be honored.
1,000,000,000%.
I would be honored.
The better question is the female gremlin from Gremlins, too.
Of course he would.
I'd be even more honored.
He's bad.
She's famous.
He slept with worse.
Has he?
Yes.
Then a female gremlin?
Oh, yeah.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have.
No.
Maybe.
No. Anyway.
Sauce, if you slept with a female gremlin, I promise you there would just be the one when you're done.
Yeah, because you're not going to get them.
Got it?
Ain't no damage of wetness.
Oh.
Paul, don't do it. There'll be 50 of them. He comes out 10 minutes later. There's just the one.
Still just the one, and I didn't feed her anything.
Yeah. Oh. Poor me.
But she does have bumps on her back.
Ugh. Poor me.
Me do one? The Vegas Golden Knights won in overtime 3-2 over the Wild. Brett Howden with the game winner in overtime. William Karlsson got the scoring started shorthanded in the first, but then 13 seconds later, Kirill tied it at 1. A little bit of controversy later in the first because Mark Stone scored, but then John Hines challenged it for goalie interference, but was wrong, so that drew a Wild penalty. Luckily, the Wild killed off that penalty, but they basically said that Faber pushed, I think it was William Karlsson as well on that one, Karlsson into Gustafsson. So that goal stood, and the Wild had a penalty. No goals in the second, and then Boldy tied it with an awesome goal in the third. And we walked through it earlier, but with about 1:15 left, Hartman scored for the Wild with what would have been the game winner. Officials checked to see if he kicked the puck in. So after video review, they said, no, goal's good. Wild up 3-2. And then Vegas said, yeah, that's cool about the whole not kicking the puck thing, but we think Nyquist was offside. So they challenged it, and the goal gets wiped away.
Please stop.
And then we head to overtime, and Brett Howden scores the game winner. 4:05 into overtime. The Vegas Golden Knights now up 3-2. Game 6 in St. Paul tomorrow at 6:30. The Wild are fighting off elimination. If they do win Game 6, Game 7 would be back in Vegas on Saturday.
Here's John Hines. He's ready to move on.
Yeah, I thought we battled hard tonight. I mean, it was a tight game. It's all about moving on to Game 6 now.
Okay, cool.
The third period was a lot of fire out of the Wild. They obviously tied it at one point, but they had so much, fire, I guess. They were rolling. They definitely felt like the team that was more desperate and more willing to go all out in the third period. It's a little unfortunate they only got the one goal in the third because, man, they were playing crazy energetic in the third period, but it wasn't enough. And again, that late goal did not count.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I know it sucked. And here's Fleury talking about recovering from that penalty.
Obviously the game wasn't over, right? There's still a lot of time to go 6-on-5, and they have a good, with 6-on-5 team, right? But obviously it's nice to get that lead, right? With low time left. So it was a good feeling, but it's okay. Nobody got too down, too low, right? We kept playing our game, and had a chance,
I feel sorry for you.
Thanks, Super Dave. Thanks, buddy. He's
I did too.
Because we're fans of Minnesota sports.
Oh. God, I love cocaine.
Me with you, Matthew.
How about the paycheck for Andrew Van Ginkel? The Vikings and Andrew Van Ginkel agreed to a 1-year contract extension. He signed a 2-year deal last year, so he has 1 year left. But they gave him a 1-year extension, $23 million, $22.4 million guaranteed. See if you guys didn't see this. I wonder if you guys can get close.
Oh,
Sorry, you can guess too. What percentage of Minnesota's snaps, defensive snaps last year, did Andrew Van Ginkel participate in? What percentage of the defensive snaps last year?
90.
See, I was going to say 85. I know it's very, very high because he was on the field a lot. Go ahead.
Pretty close, Christopher. 81%. 81%.
Oh,
a career high, 11.5 sacks, 2 pick sixes. He almost had like 2 others.
Yeah,
right? He liked to jump that little backfield pass by quarterbacks. So congratulations, Andrew Van Ginkel. 1-year extension, $23 million. By the way, if you get a $23 million extension, and 22.4 of it's guaranteed, I can't imagine you're super incentivized to work hard for that other $600K, right?
I bet you are. I bet you are. I would be because I'd still have credit card debt.
Wow. What are you buying?
How much of this is guaranteed? All of it but $600K. But we're going to need you to get 40 sacks if you want that $600K. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to try.
Go.
It's all guaranteed anyway. Who cares?
Right.
Good for him, though.
Yeah, every little thing he does is magic.
Wolves and Lakers game.
Let's go.
5 is tonight in Los Angeles. If the Wolves win, this thing is over. The Lakers are around 5.5-point favorites tonight. But the Wolves, of course, now heavy favorites to win the series. Game time starts at 9. The game should probably end about 4 o'clock in the morning.
That guy's dad's on his way to Los Angeles to get in somebody's face.
Who's he going to fight tonight?
Probably Atentacupo.
He already did that. He's going to fight him again?
Yep.
Wow.
Man, that guy's pissed. His dad wants to fight people.
Why was he on the court?
I don't know.
Get off the
court, man. He was waving a picture of his son. It looked like a towel that was a picture of either his son or the Lord.
Maybe both.
Maybe they're the same.
You never know.
If you watch the whole thing, he had a towel and he was waving it around.
Like you just don't care.
I don't know if he cared or not. It looked like he did care, to be honest with you. He was ready to fight.
Guardians beat the Twins 2-1. The Twins hit one solo home run. That was Ty France in the 5th. In fact, all 3 runs in the game were solo home runs. The Twins are now 13-17. The Guardians are 16-13.
Corey, I'm sorry. Did we win or lose?
Lost 2-1.
Shoot.
They hit 2 home runs. We hit 1.
Yeah,
that was it.
They hit one in the bottom of the 9th.
Yep.
Oh,
2-1.
Well, damn it, straight to hell.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't know what to do. What the hell is an unwipe?
It's what your dad collects.
Why would he collect those?
Yeah, honestly, again, I don't mean to lean right into the stereotype, but wouldn't Chris's dad prefer to collect wipes?
Yeah.
If it's unwiped, there's nothing on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you caught me.
He might like an unwiped butt.
Yeah, he does.
But the actual product, like an unwiped, sounds like something that has yet to be used.
I see what this is. This is Brill.
He likes unwiped slabs.
What is it?
This is Brill.
What is it?
So it looks like, you know how, like, you're not supposed to wipe your butt with a wipe thing, you know?
Yeah, the disposable things because it clogs your pipes.
Clogs up your toy.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, these things looks like what do you call those things that guacamole comes from?
Avocado.
Yeah, it looks like an avocado cut in half.
Mexico.
And you put some toilet paper in there.
Yeah.
And it kind of dampens in it for you. And then it becomes like a wet wipe. And you take it out and you wipe your butthole with it. And then you toss it, and it doesn't hurt the environment or the toy because it is still toilet paper. It's like just basically making your toilet paper damp, I guess.
Oh.
Which I guess you could just
use normal.
Just number 1 on it and make it wet yourself.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean,
see, that's where Hawk's dad comes in.
He was in the bathroom?
Yeah, pisses all over your toilet paper.
I would wave him off. I'd be like, Dad, I got this.
Yeah,
so I think what you're saying is you don't want to dip the toilet paper in the toilet water, right?
Well, not if it's dirty.
I think just psychologically, you probably don't want to do it either way, right? Even if it is technically clean water, you're like, I don't want to. So this is a product that can get you damp toilet paper without having to access toilet water.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is kind of Brill, as Tony Wilson
it's kind of Brill. But I'm going to stick with my bid. with my warm toilet seat. Although I don't really use the bidet that much. I don't like the feeling of warm water shooting up my two-hole.
Well, that's where you and Zach. That is where you and Zach differ.
Yeah,
I
Zach
don't like it.
loves it.
I've tried it.
Because Zach doesn't care about the temperature of the seat at all.
Which is weird to me, man.
He just likes that warm water in his two-hole.
Yeah, it's funky to me. I don't know. I'm not saying it doesn't make it squeaky clean, but it just feels weird, man. Feels weird to me. The unwiped. Look it up, Corey. You might want one of these.
It's like the Game of Thrones, the Unsullied or whatever. It's just walking around. Who are those people? Are those the Hockeys? Is this the hockey family reunion? No, those are the unwiped.
Oh,
the unwiped, man. It's them. It's them.
Oh, God, here comes the unwiped. Mike is the one that's crying, is going to throw punches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And his dad's so proud.
Yeah.
The unwiped.
What really matters after this? Scores and stats around the world of sports. Chris will change your life for something else. This is the Power Trip Morning Show.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Got that right.
Is this Toe Jam and Earl?
I don't know.
It does sound like Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah. Great game.
Which you can play if you have the Switch, and then you have a Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl, the original, is in the Genesis catalog.
I got 3 hours and 42 minutes of sleep last night because of the Wild.
Yuck.
Oh, man.
3 hours and 42
You were way
minutes.
too into it, man.
That's probably about what I got. I think I got a little more than that, but not much.
I got about 9.
I got this Aura ring, O-U-R-A, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Didn't you get my dad one?
It was a different kind of ring.
Sorry. I misunderstood the story.
It measures something else.
Oh.
Yeah. It says here I got 3 hours and 42 minutes of sleep, but my restfulness was good. I got 48 minutes of REM sleep, 33 minutes of deep sleep, and I'm going to die soon.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like enough.
No, it doesn't.
I don't want you to die.
Yeah, well. I was awake for 50 minutes, apparently. How's that possible? Weird. So I was asleep for 3 hours and 42 minutes, but I was in bed for 4 hours and 32 minutes. So I must have laid there for a while. I didn't feel like I did.
The ring is lying to you.
Yeah, it's making things up.
My average heart rate overnight was 70 BPM.
That's pretty good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Sauce, what is your resting heart rate?
I don't know what my resting heart rate is, but I do know this, and this is very weird.
Say it.
I have incredible blood pressure. And breasts.
You have incredible blood pressure.
I bet you don't.
Yeah, I go to the same dentist as hockey.
What in the hell does that have to do with anything?
And they take your blood pressure every time, right?
Yeah, they do. I'm kidding.
And they always say, you have very good blood pressure. Which is weird because my family does not.
They
always say it.
Bring it on.
Man,
my vitamin D is getting better. I go to the same lawn guy as Chris Hockey.
Yeah.
The same landscapers tell me that my vitamin D is outstanding.
I think you're getting fooled if that guy's checking your vitamin D.
Yeah. He put one of those Aura rings on me.
Yeah, he sure did.
Where?
At my house.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know how to pay attention.
You suck.
Hey, bad news. The pre-order of the Nintendo Switch 2 on Target is all sold out.
Why is that bad news? You already bought one.
I didn't. Did you?
No,
I didn't
yet.
either. Hold on.
I'm going to get one, though.
Best Buy.
Got to get that Mario Kart World.
Duh.
I'm 45.
Yeah, I'm 43.
Yeah, who cares?
I think.
Yeah, we're the video game
43.
generation. Who cares?
But am I about to be 44? Jesus.
That's next, sure.
When is that going to happen?
Turds.
It's like 5 months away. Calm down.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
I just turned 45. No. I'm technically going to be 46 in 12 months.
Start over.
Calm down.
I'm about to be 43.
Dear God.
Well, you don't have to be so mad at me all the time.
I just cannot believe how bad at counting you are.
I can't believe how bad at sex you are.
How would you know? You've never made love to me.
So the rumors aren't true?
Cash those tickets.
It's brilliant. You've never made love to me.
I'll get that blood pressure changed.
Oh, tie down.
Yeah, man. Rack it up.
Yep. What Really Matters is brought to you by our friends at Carboni's. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports, and then thanks to Carboni's, Chris will change your life with something else.
Rise and shine, gentlemen, let's go.
Rise and shine, gentlemen. Let's go.
Yep.
That's what really matters, right?
J.J. McCarthy said, quote, I know I'm ready to start.
Man.
Not messing around, man.
I watched that entire press conference. He is a impressive young man.
Say it.
Ultra confident.
Yeah, I don't know if he can play. I don't know if he's going to be any good. I don't know any of that.
What's the bit about ADHD? Is something like that's where he finds the chaos and the calm and the calm and the chaos, something like that?
It's the thing that those of us who are afflicted have always said. It can be your superpower if you're in the right situation.
Yeah.
Like my brain is only working well if I'm doing 19 things at once. That's why this job is good for me, because I can do 19 things at once.
Yep.
If I'm doing nothing or one, that's when I torture myself. And I get what he's saying. He had a lot of good things to say, man.
Yeah, he was impressive.
Here's what he said when Kevin Seifert said, are you ready to be the quarterback?
I know I'm ready to start. I appreciate that question, because all the work I put in and just the confidence in my skills and abilities, just being able to do my job and simplify things to, the best of my ability every single day, and, just take it one day at a time, one play at a time. And, I have a tremendous coaching staff, a tremendous group of guys around me that I can lean on, and they can lean on me.
Did you realize he was doing a Lego set while he was recording that?
I didn't know didn't know he was singing the Bill Withers song either.
Yeah. This is Bill Withers.
Wow. Doesn't he sing Lean on Me?
Yeah, he does. Bud.
I'm sorry, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, we all are.
Oh, kiss a hot dog.
Kills. Corey, would you say you're more fast or furious?
In what aspect of my life?
Period in life, just in general, like on a balance.
I wouldn't say I'm really fast, so I guess I would lean towards I'm more furious.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
We agree. Corey, Sauce and I were talking about before the show.
Yeah. You guys were debating Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
My guess is you were talking about the franchise and how awesome it is and how much you love Tokyo Drift.
That's his favorite one.
Yeah.
And then Sauce said something like, I wish I was Fast and Furious. And then you guys were like, what do you think Corey is more, Fast or Furious? And then you guys were like, it's both. It's
you
Furious.
were watching the whole thing happen.
Yeah, I've just known you guys well enough to know.
Here.
No, I just know how you guys think.
Why are you being weird? Why are you being so weird?
Hey, back to the whole superpower thing and your brain firing on all cylinders with the chaos and the calm and the calm and the chaos.
Yeah.
You guys ever feel this about your life and this job? I feel like my brain is, and this is going to be sad if people are like, this is the dumbest show I've ever heard in my life. But I feel like my brain is at 95% capacity when I'm here. And I do feel like when I leave, it powers down to about 40.
Yeah.
It is weird. Like, there's something about a microphone where I'm like, all right, I got to focus. Then I go home and Angie's like, can you go grab whatever upstairs? And I'll be like, I'll go upstairs and I'll be like, I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm of no use to anybody. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm already starting to feel like I'm getting lost in my own home at 45 years old. What am I doing again? The whole walk into the room and you don't know why you went in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I walk around. Sometimes I walk around the office even. I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing. But then I sit in this chair and turn on the mic and I'm like, I know what I'm doing for the next 3.5 hours. And again, if you're going, this is 95% of your brain, this is as good as it gets for me.
Same.
Yeah.
This is max capacity essentially for my nervous system. This is what I got.
If you'd like me to be real, I will be real with you for a moment.
Go for it.
Most of the time, I feel like I live in a tornado. There's so much going on in my head, and I'm so uncomfortable that I don't know what the hell is going on. But when I'm here or when I'm on stage, specifically when I'm on stage singing, I'm singing the song. I'm thinking about the next lyric. I'm looking at the person in the front row trying to remember how I know them, and I'm thinking about where I have to be after the show. All those things at one time.
But even then, it sounds like that's less than normal, so you directly relate to the chaos and the calm and the chaos. Because that's what JJ basically said yesterday, is that 110,000 people at Michigan, that's where he's comfortable because he knows how chaotic that is to perform in front of 110,000 people. But for whatever reason, that's his sweet spot. I think on a much smaller level, although you've played in front of giant crowds, but even though we're talking to a giant crowd right now, it's just the three of us, and I forget all the time how many people we're talking to.
My therapist told me that, and I think I told you guys this before, that somehow I found 2 jobs where I can talk to the most people, period, without having to be in the same room with them.
Yeah.
Right, because you're on stage without direct interaction with any of them.
Right.
And like I just said, you're talking to the 2 of us, even though you're talking to 9 bazillion
and
people.
And I'm in a room by myself.
True. You're in that room technically behind the glass by yourself. And thankfully for Max, you are by yourself because my guess is you're just letting it fly over there.
Let me tell you right now.
Stink in there?
It smells like a sewer gave birth to a sewer.
Oh, man. So your dad's breath.
Oh, dude.
Come on,
my
man.
Dad. My dad doesn't have bad breath.
That's the hardest I've seen you laugh at your own joke in a long time.
And you're laughing
he was
at my
really
dad.
proud of that one.
His reaction.
No, my dad doesn't have bad breath. That's mean. Your dad's breath smells like a wiener. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's all right. It's probably true. He's going to show up on Friday.
Oh, great. I'm running.
To him.
Yeah, into his arms.
What really matters, though, is this.
It's a great point, Cor. On this date, in what year do you think it was, the final episode of The Cosby Show aired?
Or did we just think it was the final one because we all miraculously fell asleep at the same time?
Wow.
Yep.
Final episode of Cosby was probably right around... Trying to place it like in NBC's lineup.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if you can.
I mean, Seinfeld was 89, but I feel like The Cosby Show was still going on when Seinfeld was.
94.
I feel like that's a little late. I'm going to go 92-ish.
Damn, you nailed it. Which is incredible because in my brain, that ended before Seinfeld did.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it did. But it didn't. 92 was the last episode. 44 million people watched it. After 8 seasons, The Cosby Show came to an end, and then Bill could get to doing what he really loved.
Yep, correct.
God.
What he really loved.
It's not wrong.
No,
it's evil, but
wrong.
Chris is not wrong. That's what he really loved to do.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Hoggs.
You know who probably really, really loved The Cosby Show was former Viking Darren Sharper.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Bet he did.
Like, I want to grow up to be that guy.
Yeah.
And then he did.
I would like to...
What? Oh, God. That was terrible. That was so bad. What's that?
I couldn't remember how you sounded.
Try it again.
Nope.
It sounded like some one-hit wonder from alternative radio in 1996, and I'm like, I guess that was Cosby doing, Crackers Low.
Was that Mazzy Star? Right.
I would like to.
You guys are funny.
Yeah, good point. The accent was the least problematic thing of that whole bit. More of What Really Matters after this on The Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Hey, JJ Mack was asked yesterday, What were your thoughts on all the Aaron Rodgers rumors? And here's what J.J. Mack had to say.
Obviously, respect Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. But all I was focusing on was just that day-to-day, task. What I was doing here, what I was doing at home to kind of make myself the best overall player I could be, best overall man. And, those blinders were on just like they've been on my entire career.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah, good for
J.J.
him.
Mack's my quarterback.
Yeah, he's
J.J.
good,
Mack,
man.
my quarterback.
I thought you wanted Aaron.
I did.
No, he was
you
making
did.
that
Oh,
up.
I did. I wanted
that
him
was
to
just a
be the
bit.
backup from J.J. Mack.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
J.J. Mack's my quarterback. What do you think of that?
Same.
Oh, now you admit it.
Yeah.
Before you were like, I want Shadur.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, no, I don't remember saying that.
Well, that's because you're drunk.
Oh, wow. You are?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, this is a good time to talk about this. Let's get serious for a second here.
Yeah, can we please?
More of what really matters. And let's do wild news presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. If you're a Twin Cities contractor, boost your build with Catalyst. Thanks, Catalyst.
We're not going to talk about it, are we?
The Wild lost in overtime 3-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
We moved on quickly.
We did.
Yeah, Brett Howden, the game winner, 4:05 into OT. Wild almost scored with 1:15 to go. In fact, they did, but the Vegas Golden Knights challenged, and Gustav Nyquist was offside. So the Ryan Hartman goal got wiped away. Probably would have been the game winner with 1:15 to go. Instead, we go to overtime, and the Vegas Golden Knights, for the second consecutive game, win in overtime and take a 3-2 series lead. Game 6 tomorrow in St. Paul at 6:30 right here on The Fan. What really matters, though, is this.
Good point, Cor. On this date in 1939, Lou Gehrig played his 2130th consecutive game and his last. The Iron Horse didn't miss a day of work for nearly 14 years, but that was the last day for him.
A record that people thought was unbreakable until Cal Ripken Jr. did it.
That's right. 1939.
And the Twins get hurt just running the bases, but Lou Gehrig did not. Cal Ripken Jr. did not.
No. Here's a question that sounds offensive. Is not. I don't mean it to be. I'm being honest with you. I want you guys to really think this through.
All right, I'm listening.
I really want you to think this through. Let's say tomorrow, I'm going to use you, Sauce.
Okay.
Let's say tomorrow, your penis and balls fell off.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Could you honestly, for just a second, be an adult? He's asking you a serious question.
I should have asked you, Corey, because you would take this seriously.
Okay, my penis and balls fall off.
Please don't say it again.
Okay.
Let's say tomorrow your penis and balls fall off.
Okay.
And it becomes you are diagnosed with a disease. And they're like, this is not very common, but it is happening. You have this genetic makeup, and this is what it is. And that disease is called Lostus Nudus.
Yes.
Right? That's like the real name of it.
Okay.
But they call it Paul Lambert disease.
Yeah.
You're going to be known for the rest of your life because the disease is going to be named after you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, if the disease is named after me and the disease means you lose your balls and wiener, that's a tough pill to swallow.
I would think any pill, any disease,
You're going to have
to, would be tough.
You're going to have to take a lot of pills, Paul. But they ain't coming back.
Yeah, they ain't nothing you do about it.
But just so other stuff doesn't fall off.
In fact, I would change my name to Ken if I were you.
Yeah, you have Paul Lambert disease. So you're going to have to take a lot of pills or other appendages are going to start dropping as well.
Because, and obviously the reason I bring it up is that ALS is Lou Gehrig's disease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lou Gehrig played 2,130 consecutive baseball games. But I would say there are a lot of millions of people who know Lou Gehrig because of Lou Gehrig's disease who had no idea he was a baseball player. You know what I mean?
And there's a handful of people, probably like Sauce, that they just think it's unbelievable the coincidence that Lou Gehrig got Lou Gehrig's disease.
A great point. That is pretty. I never thought about
Isn't that crazy?
The irony of that.
He actually got that.
That's insane.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's insanity.
And it would be really weird, Sauce, if you got Paul Lambert's disease
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to guess your wife would celebrate.
What? Why?
Because she's sick of you using those things against her.
How?
In a sexual way, probably?
Are you not following this bit?
No, I am.
In this scenario, your genitals have been removed from your body because of Paul Lambert disease.
They've fallen off.
Right.
So
removed by God.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, and you know what? That's because she said Galima, and she did a spell.
Let me ask you a question, though. Did they just fall off in one piece?
Hey,
or did they just start?
Absolutely.
Hey, Corey.
Yes, sir.
Does he know I made this scenario up?
I don't think so. I think he's legitimately concerned that this is a problem now.
I don't want my wiener to fall off.
Well, don't worry about it. You don't have Paul Lambert disease.
Right.
And
Perfect.
If there was a Paul Lambert disease, I think it would be like an overgrown head anyway, correct?
Oh, you're probably right.
My God.
Yeah, you'd have terrible scoliosis.
I probably do have that.
Yeah. You have a giant skull. You have scoliosis.
That's still one of my favorite bits is when Sauce had that 2 months of just a terrible, terrible neck problem.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You guys probably think I'm making this up." And we're like, none of us think that.
No.
All of us know the burden that neck carries on a daily
sure.
basis. We definitely don't think you're milking this.
And I'll tell you what.
Horrible.
I'll tell you what. Most of his health ailments affect me more than they do him.
Oh, yeah. Especially when I was peeing blood and thought I was dying.
Yeah.
That was me at the auto show.
No, I had that issue once.
Remember, he was squatting.
With Star.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I was like, were you lifting weights with Star?
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. He's like, you're not dying.
Yeah, just cut some weight, Chubsy.
Genius.
Is it my turn?
Probably.
Wait,
I thought I asked a really good question.
Wiener falling off disease?
No, you're good. That you don't have Paul Lambert
Nope,
disease.
it doesn't exist as far as I know.
Okay, sweet.
All right, look, this isn't sports, but about 5 years ago, this went viral, and now it's back. In the last week or so, the debate has reemerged on social media. Could 100 men kill one gorilla? Who would win in a fight between one gorilla or 100 men?
I find this an interesting thing.
So do I. I love this hypothetical because I've seen experts on both sides, right? Like primate experts weigh in on this about the strength of a gorilla, what it would take. I am fully in the camp that the gorilla would win every time because unless you have the perfectly timed assault, right, where all 100 attack at the right time from the right angles, that gorilla is going to kill everybody in that first wave.
You are correct.
Everybody. Gorillas are estimated to be 4 to 9 times stronger than an adult man. Silverbacks can lift and throw up to 1,800 pounds.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
They weigh up to 600 pounds. They can be even heavier than that in captivity because they get lazy and just eat.
Meat sauce.
Can't say I blame him.
They have thicker bones, denser bones, so our weak little hands ain't going to hurt them.
No.
And I've seen the theory, well, what if we have 100 guys that are like MMA fighters? Right, one punch to the face, and he kills you.
Yeah.
I don't care how many punches from, Conor McGregor you've taken. A silverback gorilla punching you in the face, you're probably incapacitated or dead almost immediately.
Can I ask you a question, though?
I think it's a kamikaze mission. I think you're toast.
What are the scientists saying about it? What are the people in the know saying, smart people saying?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because the reason I ask is because 100 people is a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think the theory is you can't physically have 100 attacking him at a time because you would be rows and rows and rows of.
Yeah.
It's not like
Mark
all
Wilson?
100 can get their hands on him at the same time and hold him down.
I get it.
So I think the theory is the one that I tend to believe is that first row of 6 or 7 are toast. And by the time the next row gets closer, he's beating those 7 or 8 to death as well.
Right.
I think, who wants to be first in that line?
Nobody.
That would be essentially being the first line of a battle.
Hawk does.
I think a gorilla would rip 100 people to shreds.
You're probably right.
Hey, Connor, what would happen if you fought that gorilla?
Is he going to jump on top of me?
Yep.
I'm going to have to beat him off. There's nothing I can do about it. There's a giant gorilla on top of me. What are you going to do? You're going to beat him off. That's all you're going to do.
Hey, Connor, think about this. You ever been to a zoo?
I sure have a lot of times.
Gorillas have been known to crack reinforced glass.
Yeah, sure. What are you going to do about it?
Think of that punching you in the face and shattering every freaking bone that you have.
I don't like to think about it.
Well, don't, because I think you'd be dead pretty quick.
Let me tell you something I know about gorillas. They have Paul Lamage disease.
What? Who's Paul Lamage?
Hey, Paul Lamage?
Yes.
7 million years ago, the gorilla shared two pretty close common ancestors. Who are the closest ancestors of the gorilla? Now, I'm not saying these things existed 7 years ago, but we broke off 7 years ago. And the gorilla closest to what two other species? If you say rhinos, I'm going to kick you in your Paul Lambridge.
Say rhinos.
Two closest ancestors to the gorilla, and they believe started to split about 7 million years ago.
What, you mean like Fonzie used to?
Very similar.
Let's split. This place is boring. Let's split.
Go for it.
I have no idea.
What do you think?
Is it a dinosaur?
Dear God. You have
know.
Paul Lambert disease. I said 7 million, not 65 million.
Relax. The guy from Jurassic Park.
Who's right about
You
that?
can do this. Think about it. I said closest common ancestors. Closest.
Come on, man.
Well, apes?
Well, more specific.
Say humans. See if it happens.
Humans?
Humans is one.
Thank you.
And the other one is?
Say frogs.
Frogs?
No! Humans and?
I don't know. Fish?
Wow. Fish?
You mean the guy from Barney Miller?
Yeah.
The band?
Yeah, the band. Yeah, Transtasio.
Transpistachio?
Trans pistachios. We're very progressive now. You can have trans pistachios.
That's good. I'm allergic to them, but go ahead.
Chimps and humans.
Oh, that makes sense.
So a long time ago, we were, the same. Now they could kill us with one punch.
It's interesting, though. Like, because they didn't. Humans found a way to exist.
Yep. So that's kind of what I was reading yesterday when I was seeing, like, all right, what's the, because I remember talking about this 5 years ago, but I'm like, all right, what's the, what am I missing here? Why is this reemerging? And it sounds like it just popped up again. There's no real reason.
Yeah.
And they were saying that gorillas evolved basically to dominate territories based almost exclusively on strength. They were just going to tear stuff apart if they had to.
Yeah.
Humans started to evolve based on speed, right? So we got smaller and thinner and faster.
Can't go below 55.
They just got super ripped.
Yeah. They're pretty badass.
So we were on the move and they were like, nah, I'm just going to chill here and lift weights.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, good strategy, man.
But they're like sauce. They got a huge head with not big old brains.
Yeah, man. What?
See?
I'm not dumb.
You just said the closest two ancestors to a gorilla were dinosaurs, frogs, and a fish.
I almost farted really.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, see, you are an ape. Do you get up every morning and shave your entire body?
No, Friday's head to toe, right?
Yeah, that's Tommy. Do you think Tommy would try and fight 100 men?
My favorite bit, and I don't know if this happened 5 years ago, but it definitely happened in the last couple of days, were people naming the 100 people they wanted to fight a gorilla. It was basically sacrificial lambs, right? It's like, here's the 100 I would like to see fight a gorilla. And it was basically a kill list, right?
Yeah,
here's the 100 people that we need.
Jared Fogle first.
Here's like Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Darren Sharper. Fogle. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't think they would win. For 1,800 pounds, it can lift and throw.
Pretty crazy.
What a freak!
Pretty crazy.
Silverback gorillas.
Only way to find out is to test it.
Test it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Test it. And my guess is we're going to have a pissed off gorilla walking around 100 dead bodies going, what just happened? Why did I just kill these 100 people?
Here's the thing. We get 100 of the worst prisoners and say, You win.
Love it.
You live.
Yeah, good idea.
Like a Hunger Game situation.
Yeah.
You survive this thing and you get to walk free.
You got to stay in prison, but you get to live.
Yeah, that's a good one, Hogs
Thank
Daddy.
you.
No, I say we let him.
I say we let
him go. If you can survive a gorilla, if you're willing to participate, absolute freedom.
All right.
Because otherwise, why would they want to just stay in prison and risk dying to a gorilla? You got to
because they're on death row.
Oh, death row. So they're going to die anyway?
Yeah.
So now it's just prison, but you don't get,
but you get to live
killed.
forever. Yeah. Until you die, I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's enough.
I don't know.
I think Hawks
They're not going to let us do it because nobody likes fun anymore.
That's a good question. I mean, PETA would probably be mad because we're potentially putting a gorilla to death. But again, I like the gorilla's chances so much. I think we'd have to convince PETA. What if these 100 people suck? Let the gorilla do its thing.
What if the gorilla's on death row?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
A long list of things.
Oh.
Harambe, no!
No. Harambe was such a great bit.
News is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.